Welcome. We're going to do a little foam rolling class for you that want to follow along. You weren't able to attend our live class at 11 a.m. on Thursdays. So here we go. We're going to do a little foam rolling class. I'm going to kind of take you through it. Probably won't do the full class, but I'll kind of share how you should proceed with this foam roller. So foam roller is a great tool to do a self massage, right? We're trying to find those trigger points and adhesions throughout our body that needs some releasing. What does that mean, really? Well, this is called myofascial release. This is a tool where you put pressure on certain areas where it'll release, bring in blood flow, circulation, and help heal. That's the whole thing about myofascial release. Okay? First one we're going to do, a little upper back. We're going to turn it perpendicular to our body. We're going to lift up. Do about 10 rolls upper back. Okay, guys? Don't go mid back to upper back. Do not go any lower to your lower back. It's such a big roller that if you go to your lower back, when you put all that pressure on there, could cause injury or pain. We do not want that, obviously. Okay? Then what we're going to do is one of my other favorite just stretch is that we hold. Our arms are over. We're looking back. Stretching the front part of the neck out. Kind of look in each direction. Throughout this whole class, guys, I really want you to focus on breathing in through the nose, hold for breathe in for 3 seconds, hold for 1 second, and then out for 3 more seconds. Really great way to breathe to help relax, lower cortisol, that stress hormone, and just get into that state of letting yourself to heal. Okay? So, right in that position, still stay there. Now what I like to do is just transition to the lat. So my legs are bent. I'm not rolling, again, not rolling, trying to find about an inch underneath my armpit, your upper back, latissimus. You may want to even look this up on a diagram online and see, what is latissimus dorsi? Where is it? So when you're doing this hold, you can go, wow, yeah, I can definitely feel it in that area. Just let it sit. When you're done with that area, maybe move forward, move back. Your goal, and everybody is so specific, so you want to find trigger points. You want to find areas that need to be released of concern that you want to help heal, okay? So I'll switch over to this lat. You don't want to be on your rib cage. Again, this should never be directly on a bone. Okay, we're looking at muscle, the majority. Yeah, you're going to probably go over some ligaments and tendons, but ultimately you want to put this stress on your muscles. Okay? Breathe in, breathe out. Good way to relax. A little painful in your upper back. You're going to really feel it, guys. Okay. The next muscle group we're going to do are the glutes. I'm going to sit on the roller, cross one leg over. The leg that's crossed, you're going to roll on that glute. Again, you're trying to find areas that are tight, sore, a little painful maybe, and let them sit. 20, 30 seconds on each area. I recommend to get your phone out, time each one of these areas, each side for 1 minute. Now, if you're like, wow, I've got a lot of going on in that glute, spend a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Everybody's different. Take your time. Foam rolling is not a quick little routine you're going to do. Now, if you've got concerns, I'll show you a front view. If you got concerns that you want to, put more time and effort into, be my guest. Pause this video. So this feels really good on that right side. I can tell it's a little more tender than my left. As you can see, I'm not going to probably do a full minute but I want you guys to get the idea, take you through this class. We're going to go into the IT bands. So in class, we've been spending a good 2 minutes on each side. Okay, start at that top of that hip, that little groove area. You can even lean over it. They try to hit that hip flexor. I like getting IT bands and hip flexors together in the same exercise or the same, same foam rolling, stretched exercise, whatever you want to call it. So right there, that hip flexor, wow. When I lean over, I can really feel that. I actually use a medicine ball now, guys, a little bit more specific. If you do have a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, I recommend to bring this into your realm. What you can do is put it right there, you lean onto it, and you can get really specific, guys. I love this one for the glutes. I'm going to come back to the glute with this. So what you would do is you cross your leg and really get into that upper glutes. This also helps with the piriformis. If you have lower back issues, a lot of times your physical therapist will talk about the piriformis muscle that is part of the glute. That crossover with the leg opens that up to get this little tool right in that area that it needs to get released. So I highly recommend to work with your physical therapist or trainer if you have lower back concerns or if you have any kind of sciatica. That's what we're dealing with right there on that release, sciatica. Okay, so we're going to go back to the IT bands. Just wanted to show you how that would work. I like that a lot more. Some of the exercises, I like the roller more. So we got the IT bands. You want to roll all the way down. Now you got pain, 20 seconds, right? You're going to hold that area. You keep on moving down towards that knee. Let's just switch sides for you. Really breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, guys. And again, roll down. You're going to lean into your hip flexor as well a little bit. Okay. Again, minimum of a minute on that IT band and hip flexor, guys. A minimum. I'm going to get my quads. Okay, I'm going to go into kind of a plank position. I'm going to roll those quads to the knee and then back. If you want, you can go specific and get one leg. What you would do is roll on that and come all the way down. And this is kind of holding you up in the plank position because if you put all your pressure on that quad, it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty painful. Here's our friendly neighbor crow, if you can hear that. Switch your quads. And again, I want to, so say I'm on the ground. I'm going to do a little seesawing, okay? That's what I call this. So say you're on your quad. Come back here. You're going to go on the inside, the outside. You're just going over that muscle, kind of breaking up scar tissue. That's our whole goal with this exercise round with the foam roller, guys. Okay, you did your quads, a minute each. Got some calves going on. So you can just roll your calves. You can just kind of support. My glutes are on the floor. If I do bring those up, a lot more tension, but I know that can be hard on your wrist and your shoulders to hold your body up. So what you can do is cross a leg over. And again, we're going inside, outside. Switch legs. You'll find your calves got a lot of little areas that need this. The reason I'm in socks today is I like to roll my feet with this lacrosse ball or tennis ball. Got the heel, got that arch. I don't put too much pressure. You can sit in a chair with this when you're doing this, on the floor, whatever you want, but the foot is under a lot of stress, and it's nice to get those adhesions and trigger points out of that foot. So I go to the heel, the arch, and right in the balls of the feet. Okay, guys? Good little tool for that. So we did the calves, we did the quads, hamstrings are next. I'm gonna do those single leg. So you can sit. You don't want to put all that pressure, I know, on your shoulders and wrists. If you do want to lift up, a little extra. Usually my outside of my hamstrings are pretty tight. You put a little extra work on that, guys. So that leg is bent, supporting. Awesome, awesome. Other leg. You might notice you get a sweat doing this. You're like, I'm not really working out, but I'm kind of sweating. Let it sit. Just gonna sit right there. Now again, holding up is not easy. I know. I've had a lot of clients that requested, hey, you do a little lacrosse ball or a little medicine ball, something round, has a little bit of give to it, just a little bit. Some of these don't have much, but if you're doing specific small ball work with the myofascial release, you want it somewhat forgivable. One of my other favorite ones with the lacrosse ball is the chest release. So you're gonna put it you're aiming right in that. So here's the pec, the pectoral. There's a pec minor up here as well underneath that big pec. And I'm trying to start up here, guys, okay, right in this little groove. And what you're gonna do, put it in that area, okay. You see my hand right here? The more I look, the more it's gonna be pressure on that area. So I'm trying to find it, just hold it out. You wanna have your hand out. And you're gonna have to physically move this little ball around your whole pec area. Again, one of the things I like to tell people, there's a pain threshold of 1 to 10. If it goes an 8 or above, stop immediately. You don't want to push through pain with these exercises because that's when you're going to tense up, you're going to stress up, you're not going to release those areas of concern. Okay, guys? If you have any more questions about foam rolling or the lacrosse ball, we have multiple videos out there we can share. Just wanted to kind of give you guys an overview. Usually this class is a half hour long, so we're halfway through pretty much. I did most, 30 seconds on each area, which is still a real good exercise round to do with the foam roller. I like to focus on my hip flexors, my T-bands the most. The calves are also tight. So find your areas of concern, work on those. You can do this almost daily. I wouldn't recommend to do the same muscle every day over and over again in the beginning because your muscles are like, it's gonna be a little trauma. Sometimes when I did my first DVD and I did like a 2-hour session, you're releasing toxins as well sometimes, guys. So drink a lot of water, flush out those toxins, and be careful. Foam rolling is something you do want to have a professional show you if you've never done it before. There's different foam rollers out there. The white one is a little bit easier, a little bit more give. The black one is the hardest one. There are one with nodules, and like I also mentioned, I use this lacrosse ball. I also use a medicine ball, and it's great. I've been doing that for 10 years now in my practice. Clients love it. They love the benefit. They feel better. Sometimes you get a knee issue. It could be just because the IT band is so tight, it's pulling that knee in a direction it shouldn't be, so we have to release the body, but guys, we have to do the foam rolling. So take care, wish you all the best, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.